Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to another Men of War Assault Squad 2 video. And today we have something a little bit different, as we're going to be doing something with plastic soldiers, but nothing like Army Men of War, as these plastic soldiers are actually the size of a real plastic soldier. And no, I don't mean the size of the one that's currently sitting in my living room. No, not that size, actually the smaller size soldiers. So these things are actually huge compared to the units we're going to be using on this map. So if we go ahead and press the start battle and take a good look around, look, we can see that it's all grass. We've got a giant army men tent over there, and we've got loads of figurines just stood around the place. I mean, we've got a couple of guys up front mining and yeah, looking for mines. We've got a lot of rocks, which is going to make for a super cool environment to do this battle on. So super excited to play this battle, and we're just going to wait for the units. We can see them in the grass, look. And yes, we have little ants, and these are fire ants, and we're going to be doing fire ants, red ants versus the grey ants, which are going to be approaching on the other side. So these things are so cute. I mean, look at these. A big shout out to Mythic, look, they're holding little Ravenfield AK-47s. Yes, and they're just going to be engaging each other among these rocks, these little tiny pebbles. So yes, this is Armies of the Undergrowth, a brand new mod, work in progress, and I thought I'd do a video on it tonight just to show you what this mod's capable of. So just imagine it's on a whole new level now. If we think about it, the little soldiers were quite small in the Army Men of War series, but not this small. So this has taken it onto a whole new level. And when I say a whole new level, I mean these things are barely as tall as their knees. So they're the size of real little ants. And I'm getting a lot of inspiration from the old movie Ants. I don't know if anybody's watched that, but that was one of my favourite movies as a kid. The one where they go to the battle with termites. So there's a lot of possibilities that we could be seeing from this mod. And I've put the life on them quite high, so they're going to take quite a while to kill each other. So we're going to be seeing some epic firefights right here, look. So all the units are just going to be engaging across this front line. Grenade out. And we've got to think of some names for these ants. I'm thinking the Shadow Legion versus the Fire Nation, something like that. It's so cool. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to make some new weapons for them as well. We're going to make like little thorn guns. We're going to give them little ant helmets, like little acorn helmets. We're also going to give them little, I don't know, spider tanks where they can ride the spiders into battle. I did try and get the spiders working for this battle, but I can't seem to make them compatible with Rob's Realism. Because that's what I tend to use, a mod called Rob's Realism, to template all of my mods. But look at them, they're so cute, aren't they? We did find this model, it was a free model online, and I kindly went to Mythic. I said, dude, do you think you could do this model for me? And I was like, yeah, sure, not a problem, man. So, a big thank you to Mythic. I'm really looking forward to this. You guys will have to throw me some ideas in the comments. The Greys are just going to keep engaging the red ants. They've got an exact amount of troops each, so that the numbers are the same, and the environment is very similar as well. They've got a lot of cover to move forward. So we're just going to watch until the end and see who wins. So let me know in the comments, who do you think is going to win? The grey ants or the red ants? Oh, just disintegrated him. And it looks to me, if they throw a grenade in these trees, that the trees will disintegrate. Really cool. And another reason why I put army men in this video as well is because it's just a size comparison onto how big the ants are compared to the army men in the army men universe. But this could be an whole separate dimension. Could you imagine this? We could make ant hills, we could make ant empires, we could make soldiers, we could do tunnels underground. So many different possibilities. Oh, also, whilst we're here, I'm going to give a shout out to Army Men Strike, as I am still sponsored by them. I'm sponsored for a whole week, so be sure to go and download. Be sure to go and download Army Men Strike. Link will be in the description. My goal is to get to over 200 downloads, so please do help me out, as it does help support this channel a lot. And Army Men Strike is a game where you can build your base, you can conquer territories, and you can play with friends, build a corps, and yeah, you can just fight each other. It's an RTS game. I'll be sure to put the video at the end of this video. That did make sense. The video at the end of a video. Well, I suppose it does make sense, doesn't it? But these red ants are awesome. Look, they're still pushing forward. That's a really cool model there. The green soldier lying down. You can't take all this AK fire from all these thorn guns, because that's what they'll be shooting, you see. Their ammo would be like thorns. No bigger than a thorn. But this makes for all kinds of different environments. Oh, grenade out again. I love it when they throw grenades. I've been thinking we might try and give them some of our own little talk sets. So, like a little voice pack. We're going to make it ourselves and maybe just like turn the pitch up so that they've got one of those voices like this sort of thing. I think that'd be pretty epic. I think the red ants appear to be winning at the moment. They're just pushing through these rocks. There's a lot of casualties so far. The grey ants are taking a right beating, but they're holding their own. Look. They're holding their own. We are going to add some custom weapons. We're thinking of making the weapons from scratch instead of using these Ravenfield ones. But I thought these AKs right here, they're probably like the best sort of gun that you could find for this sort of, I don't know, cartoony graphics. But they seem to be pushing the grey ants back. I think the greys will be bringing up some reinforcements there. I think we've got a squad of greys over here. We might have to perform some flanking manoeuvres in a moment. Yeah, this would be awesome. Imagine them having to protect their queen or something. And we could do like a battle map, but the battle map could make up for like just like a whole back garden, and that'll be it. So we've got Armymen of War. Well, we've got Armymen of War Series 1. That was like a whole housing estate with a giant park in the middle of it. And then we've got Armymen of War Series 2, which is the Plastic Dimension, which is just like the human world, but just like a smaller planet. And then we've got the Ant Dimension, which is kind of like, I don't know, this would probably be based in a backyard somewhere. The whole battle map would be a backyard. Grenade out, took that grey soldier out. Yeah, we could make different characters, different generals, different coloured ants. We could throw the spiders in there. We could make a nation for the termites. And we've got like termite mounds. We could put termite mounds. We could make little holdout bases with little ant hills with ladders going up them. It'd be absolutely insane. So do let me know in the comments if you guys want to see more from this mod, because I'm super excited to play something like this. I mean, what should we call it? I'm thinking Armies of the Undergrowth. Or maybe it's something like Ants with AKs. That'd be quite funny. Whoa, the greys are really gathering over here, look. The Shadow Nation. Or the Shadow Legion is what we're going to call them. Let's drop into one of the ants and see what it looks like. We're going to drop into this dude right here. So now, we are an ant right now. What game is there out there where you can play as an ant? Oh god, it's going all over the place. Oh, stand up. Stand up. There we go. Now I can play as him. Just going to shoot a gun. For my ant comrades. He's grey, so I think whenever I played with my soldiers as a kid, the greys were always the Germans, so the reds were always the Russians. Then again, I didn't really have any red soldiers growing up. It was always firemen. They're like the only red soldiers that I had. Say hello to my little friend. I don't know why I keep saying that. I think I watched Scarface very recently. He's gone. He's a goner. It's like, Lieutenant, Ant King is dead. It's not. It wasn't the king. That was just the captain. That was. So we could put like little crowns on them or something. That'd be awesome. Little crown for the king. We could do a little crown for the queen. We could even make the queen look super big. Oh look, there's so many of them. And I've had this idea for quite a while now. It's just been floating around in the back of my mind. But I thought, could we take it any smaller than army men? And looking at this, I think it works pretty darn well. I mean, I think if was to make the guns, we'd probably make them into like a crossbow. So they'd be shooting like little thorns, but it'd be like an automatic crossbow. And we could give them like little leaf capes, little acorn helmets, maybe little bark armors. We can make custom buildings. Really cool. I'd love to make a little wooden palace. And then we could make little bugs as well to represent each nation. Like we could have wood lice. We could have spiders. I'm pretty sure we've got spider webs in the game already. You guys have already seen that from one of my previous episodes of Armymen of War. Oh, by the way, if you do download Armymen Strike, do check the description. Once you've used the link to download it, do add me on there. I'm Donald Grump. And I do tend to play it most nights, usually when I go to bed. I'll just crack it on and I'll upgrade my base and build my army up. At the moment I'm currently building an army and I've just teleported myself to one of my comrades, so do come and join me on Army Men Strike. Like I said, this is a sponsored video. I am sponsored with them for like another 4 or 5 days. So I want to try and beat 200 downloads if I can. And that way I can get the sponsor again, and if they're happy, I'm happy, you know. And it's a really great way of supporting the channel. And it's completely 100% free as well, so downloading a game and supporting the channel, and it's all free. What is this madness? But we need to get a grenade over there. I'm just going to take this red ant. Everyone's just going to scream ant bias in the comments right now. And we're going to throw that over there. Okay, we're going to cook it, and throw it. There you go. Eat my grenade. And it did absolutely nothing. Not a problem though, chap. We're just going to throw another one. We have another grenade, don't we? Yeah, of course we have another grenade. We have a lot of grenades. We've been mining grenades for donkey years. What's a donkey? It's those giant beasts that look like Godzilla. Oh, here we go. No, nothing again. Absolutely nothing. Not too sure how many waves I actually put of these soldiers. It's getting quite laggy now. But epic nevertheless. I think he just blew himself up, I think. I think we're going to play as the Greys now, and we're going to send some of these grenades back. And then we're going to do a full charge with the Greys as well, so we can take some more of this ground from the Reds. So, you ready, lads? It's like, we need to go over the top. We need to go over the top of the log. We need to charge. So we're going to charge them there. No turning back. Charge, lads. Go, go, go. Or charge ants. They're not lads. Go. That's so cool. I'll be gunned down. Gotta try and take some ground from these red ants, the fire ants, the Shadow Legion. Who's your favourite so far, Shadow Legion or the Fire Nation? We might have to come up with another name. I'm pretty sure Ants Canada pretty much owns the Fire Nation. I don't want to copy his names. Or we could just take his names from his videos and put them into battle simulations. That'd be pretty cool. Oh my god. And believe it or not, this was actually something that started me up in the whole interest of army men and the whole aspect of collecting toys and things like that. Because as a kid I was fascinated with ants and colonies and stuff like that. I used to sit in the back garden for hours and I'd just sit there watching the ants. And sometimes I used to pick them up and throw them in like a bucket with other bugs and stuff. Yeah, I was an evil little kid. Yeah. Just watching ants and woodlice fight to the death. You know, I was a terrible 4-year-old. Look at that. These army men are just statues in this series. In this episode right here. Maybe it'd be interesting as well if we could invent some... We could put some plastic army men against the ants in a future video. They'd be about the same size, but it'd still be interesting to see them battle it out. Still got some greys over here as well. Some grey ants. How many have we got? Let's have a look. Oh, we can see them if we highlight them like that, look. You can see them all in the grass. There's quite a few of them, really. There's a lot over here as well. I think this is where they're all gathering. Like, they're all gathering for another charge. You ready, dudes? Let's do this. Gonna charge. Go over the top. And send them into battle. As a matter of fact, let's charge the Reds as well. Get these guys. We're going to charge you guys into the Greys. We're going to do a flat out charge. We might see some ant melee combat right here. I say that, melee combat. Oh, this is beautiful. This is epic. Like, charge, hold the line. Oh, this is a fight to the death. That ant's like, tell my maggots I love them. I think maggots are flies, aren't they? That'd be interesting, getting little ants with like little wings that can fly around the battle map. It could maybe be the planes, and they could drop rocks. That could be the bombs. They could drop giant rocks. So I think the red attack there failed. The greys are still pushing forward, look. Using the cover, doing a good job. But there are too many red ants over here, look. Far too many. There's a lot over here as well. Still pushing on the greys. Not sure how we're doing with the greys. They're still using the brush, the grass over here. You can see that this lawn was recently mowed, as the grass is very short. I have got some other grass as well, and I have made another map which I'm going to show you guys in a future video, depending on how well this video does. Oh, look at that. There's a huge concentration of them over here. They're using this army man tent over here, look. Maybe this is where they're based from. Maybe this is where they set up base. in this little plastic army man tent. God, that looks epic. We are going to give them more choice of guns in the future, rocket launchers, you name it. We'll give them everything. Might even give them some little toy tanks to ride into battle. That'd be interesting. We'd have to make them super big though, like super tanks. As these things are super small. What's he doing? There's not that many of them left now. Using these logs as cover. Well, they actually wouldn't be logs, they'd just be like little twigs on the floor that they've stacked up. I think a human shoe would realistically be maybe the size of this whole map. Something like that. Yes. So that there would probably be a thorn. Tell them it's a beanstalk. Still holding the line. Still doing a good job. Then we're going to pull them back and we're going to use these rocks right here as a last strong point. Fall back. Everyone fall back. As many ants as we can, get them back to this line here. You can see all of the grey ants coming back through now, look. And you can see there's quite a lot of them still. And we're going to let the red ants come to us now. Just going to hold the line. And the cool thing about these rocks is they provide awesome cover. And the units really work well with them. The AI in this game, they work really well if there's a lot of cover. They move forward, they move backwards. But if there's not a lot of cover, the AI tends to be very stupid. As we can see, the red ants are moving forward now. I'll have to get up the names of the scientific names. Let's get the scientific names up right here. So the red ants are called this, and the grey ants would be called this. So yes. These guys are dispersed now. A red ant came up that close, look. They got little stingers on their bottom. They might have. Really fighting for this. He's like, come on boys, I found them, I found them. Let's move more red ants forward. Quite a fair fight really. They've done really well. I think over here's died down a little bit now. They're holding the line though. They're pushing through the grass now and they're pushing on these greys over here. That looks so cool. Let's go into their view again. It'd be interesting to see their view again. So this is their view from the grass. Oh, he's patched himself up by the looks of it. Like, I'll charge forward. They're leading. Go on, We Were Soldiers reference there. On the cold, cold grin. There he is. Get him. Ugh. Rest in peace. We zoom out, look. It just looks like a bunch of dead ants, look. Red ants? I meant dead ants. That was the worst pun ever. Still, I think this makes for an epic mod. What do you guys think? And gathering the greys right here was a brilliant idea. They've got one last stronghold now. Can they hold the ground? Who will win? Shadow Legion or the Fire Nation? So cool. Yeah, I can't wait to get beetles and get other bugs in here as well. We could make up the most stupid of stories. I mean, we could fight over food. Like maybe one whole fish would be the size of this map, and maybe that's the goal. Maybe the ants are trying to fight for who eats the fish. A bit like Empires of the Undergrowth. I think we've got a win here for the Shadow Legion. I don't think the Reds have much of a chance now. Actually, they do have a lot of men left. Well, a lot of ants left, should I say. Just going to charge them in. Let's just do a full charge. Charge! Go, go. We're going to try and engage with melee now. Melee them. Go, 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 go. See if they can push the Shadow Legion back. The last charge of the ants. There they come. Oh, this is epic. It's so satisfying. Armies of the Undergrowth. He's just lost his friend. I think realistically, all of these would be brothers and sisters. would have all come from the Queen, wouldn't they? I think the Shadow Legion might have a win right here. We did see the Red Ants winning the battle to begin with, but now the Shadow Legion seem to have the upper hand. Making the most of this position. Very good stronghold. I think what we'll do is now we're going to push forward. We're going to counter-attack the Red Ants and push our men forward. The Shadow Legion forward. Oh god! Ambush! Turn and face! So that platoon's going forward now. Getting picked off from the grass. Doing a good job though. Breaking forward. Oh no, there's an ambush. Didn't see this. This is not good. They have no idea. How are we doing over here? Oh, this is a firefight. Fire ant fight. Grenades out. They're exchanging grenades. Oh, they threw them away. No. Oh god, no. The table's turned. Now the Red Ants are coming forward. They must have been planning some sort of ambush because there was a lot more Red Ants than there was previously. I didn't see this many. Don't know if there's any back here. Like, you can see all the bodies as well. It's so cool. Imagine these against termites, like big bugs. That'd be insane. So yeah, it's a win for the Red Ants. Where is that? No, oh no, there's two guys here. No, well, there's one guy here. And they've been annihilated. What a cool battle though. That was awesome. Not seeing any more grey ants over here. Oh, there is. There's a couple of ants over here. 3 of them. Let's select them. See what we can do. Oh, there's a full squad of them. Let's move them round. Like, if we sneak up on them, they won't know what hit them. But that is all of the survivors there then. So this was a very equal fight, by the way. I placed the exact same amount of troops on both sides. And I didn't do any, like, in-depth scripts. I just charged them directly at each other. And the rest of it was just the AI. So let me know in the comments if you like these sort of battles. And we could change it up with some maps. I'm really looking forward to doing some underground maps. And also digging some tunnels. That'd be really interesting. Oh, this ambush was terrible. They're going for it though. Oh, he was going to do melee. Yeah, this is a definite win for the Fire Ants. So this was epic. Really enjoyed this battle. Really enjoyed playing it. I do hope you guys enjoyed watching it. Like I say, go and download Army Men Strike. Link is in the top of the description. I am going to play a clip at the end of this video to show you guys what Army Men Strike is. So if you want to go and check it out, do stick around to the end of the video. So anyway, a big thank you for everyone that's watched. Do like and subscribe. We're growing rapidly on this channel. I mean, I did that video with the Giant Army Man at like 23,000 subs, and I think by the time we got it out, it was like, we're now at like 26,000 subs nearly, so anyway, if you want to see more of this, let me know in the comments, like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. So here we are, we're in our base, look, and this is all of our buildings. So what we can do is we can either upgrade them, and we can collect all the resources, look, and we can build more soldiers. So where's our barracks? I think our barracks is right there. And we're going to start pumping out some more men. So we're going to train some more soldiers. And I'm going to have some of those soldiers right there, look. So I'm going to click train there. There we go. So we've got a little time limit which pops up, which tells us the soldiers are going to be ready very soon. So I think before we do that, we're going to look at what we've got. So what have we got? I think we've got enough men to go to war here. So we're on the battle map now. So this battle map is very similar to my battle map that I use in my series. Right, so we've just found a resistance movement down here in this bottom room. So we're going to click attack. And we're going to deploy some troops. So we're going to open up the RTS overview now. So this is going to be a bit like an RTS game. So Murphy, because I already know that your base is in the restroom, McDevils, well, you are no match for my secret weapon. So now we can select where we're going to deploy our troops, look. So down here you can see we've got 3 different kinds of troops. So I'm going to deploy some there. Here comes the Chinook, look. It's going to land some troops, and then we've got 2 Shermans. So these are going to engage the Tan forces now, look. So our troops are now engaging the Tan defences, so we're going to deploy some artillery there. Well, it was actually an airstrike, but again, and we're just going to keep going until we take over the whole battle map.